Welcome to the Ghost Journal, a hub for bookworms, film fanatics, and TV show enthusiasts. In this episode, we are discussing Aamis, an Assamese psychological romantic thriller following the relationship of a married woman and a younger man over their love for food. While the movie was really long and the pacing incredibly slow throughout, but especially in the first half, it managed to keep you hooked solely through the dynamics of the characters. As the movie progresses, it takes you through a calming, soothing madness that makes you question and ponder over aspects like gluttony, love, and meat. Almas is a far cry from a stereotypical film. It does not follow the usual predictable plot. Rather, it explores a storyline which is very unique and different from the others. It is definitely a film which few people would dare to make, but it is a film which needs to be watched. Beware, a spoiler filled discussion ahead. So, if you haven't watched it, go watch Aamis and come back. Firstly, let's talk about Nirmala's mindset, her strong beliefs, and her moral code system. Aamis starts off with Nirmala treating Sumon's friend who was suffering from a severe stomach ache. When asked for the reason, Sumon tells her that his friend is a vegetarian who wanted to try meat for the first time. However, after he tasted the meat, he couldn't resist the urge to eat more and more. Now he's suffering with an unbearable stomach ache because of indigestion. Nirmala later tells Sumon that meat isn't the problem, gluttony is. Little does Nirmala know that she herself will become a victim of gluttony. This scene beautifully foreshadows the upcoming events of the movie. It also acts as the introduction scene between the two main leads. Let's move on to Nirmala's opinion about affairs. Nirmala frowns upon her friend's extramarital affair. She remains faithful to her friend by not telling about the affair to her friend's husband. However, she constantly insists that what she's doing is wrong and that she would never do such a thing. However, she finds eating human flesh easier to digest mentally. There seems to be a disconnect in her mind between eating human flesh and cannibalism, where the latter evokes immediate revulsion. She also seems to be super calm, irrespective of what happens in her life. Are we too used to characters in a film dramatizing their emotions so much that it becomes surprising to look at a character be so calm in various situations? Maybe. She is cautious but calm when Sumon meets her husband. She is appalled at first when she tastes human meat, but she calmly continues to accept more and more meat. She is even completely calm when Sumon gets caught while murdering for her and when she gets labeled as a female cannibal. Let's now move on to the dynamics of the relationship. It's interesting to know that Sumon acts as a catalyst for Nirmala's story, and his actions and thoughts revolve largely around Nirmala. But coming to Nirmala's perspective, do you think she even cared about the guy or even loved Sumon at some point? A lot of Nirmala's actions from the beginning seem to reflect a lonely and selfish personality. At first, she accepts Simon's offering of meat and by extension the beginnings of a friendship that later turns sinister. She does this because her husband is not there for her and is not present in their familial lives. He is more interested in leading the medical camps, which makes her frustrated and thus resulting in her loneliness. But this does not explain her actions in the second half of the narrative, when Sumon gives her his own flesh. Sumon's intention was in fact for Nirmala to experience and know him by eating his flesh. This, however, turns into a growing hunger for Nirmala. Slowly, Nirmala wants more and more flesh, even though she knows that it causes a lot of physical pain to Sumon. But later, she refuses to be satisfied with even the small chunks of his flesh. She wants more and doesn't care if it's someone else's. She just wants human meat. Sumon's intention has failed here, but still, Sumon wants to fulfill her need because he clearly loves her, or maybe he is obsessed with her. Did the hunger for human meat surpass everything? Did it feel like having drugs? Or is it something greater? The fact that she thought having a large amount of human meat one last time will make her hunger stop. What would have happened if someone actually succeeded in bringing her the meat without getting caught? Surely here the audience knows how hunger and addiction works. However much you have, you just want more. You cannot stop the hunger. Could the events of the movie have changed if Suman had actually told Nirmala that she was eating human flesh before or while she ate it? Because when Nirmala had gestured Suman that she had cut her flesh and cooked it for him while he was eating it, he couldn't manage to gulp the contents down. And he never continued to eat or crave for human flesh because she informed him. The mind here, instead of enjoying the most brilliant dish ever, puts in logic and moral code and creates nausea rather than bliss and craving. Finally, it is interesting to note that throughout the movie, the two characters do not have any physical contact, not even their hands touch until the very last scene. But can we call it no physical contact when someone's very flesh is being eaten by Nirmala? Is this the ultimate form of getting to know the other, merging with them, experiencing their flesh? We know that we are what we eat. Whatever we eat gets assimilated throughout our whole body. It becomes our body, our very own cells. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share for more content. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram.